You might think budgeting fixes everything, but your paycheck still vanishes by mid-month. Most people blame themselves, yet the math of modern bills is quietly stacked against you. You might be doing the right habits, but the timing of money is doing the damage. Today we'll explain where your pay goes, even when you're careful and disciplined. We'll keep it simple, calm, and based on real life, not internet hustle talk. By the end, you'll know what to track, what to cut, and what to ignore. You'll also learn the one small change that makes budgets finally stick. Let's start with the moment your salary hits your account and the clock starts. When income comes in once or twice a month, expenses show up almost every day. Rent or mortgage takes the biggest bite, and it usually comes first. Then utilities, phones, and subscriptions arrive on their own schedule. Groceries and fuel don't wait for payday. They wait for empty shelves and load tanks. That mismatch creates stress, even if your total monthly plan looks balanced. Your budget can be correct on paper, yet wrong in cash flow timing. That's why you feel broke even when the numbers say you shouldn't. The core question is simple. What is draining money between paydays? We'll answer it with a few mechanisms that most people never map out. No judgment here, because this happens to families at every income level. And we'll keep it practical, so you can act without feeling overwhelmed. First, think of your paycheck as water poured into a bucket with many small holes. One hole is fixed bills, which are predictable but often non-negotiable. Another hole is variable essentials, like groceries, transport, and school needs. Add childcare, insurance, or medical copays, which can spike without warning. Even small school events or repairs can land at the worst possible moment. Some costs shrink your value too, like smaller packages for the same price. And taxes or deductions can change, so take-home pay quietly shifts month to month. Here's the part most people don't notice. Friction hides in tiny fees and rushed choices. And another hole is lifestyle creep, which grows slowly when life gets busy. These holes don't stay the same. They widen and shrink as your month unfolds. Prices move, plans change, and one surprise expense reshapes the whole month. When that happens, your brain switches to short-term survival mode. In survival mode, you choose speed and relief over perfect optimization. Convenience feels small in the moment, but it acts like a hidden tax on tired days. This is where the money quietly disappears. Takeout and delivery fees become the default after long days. Rides, parking, and just this once, purchases become the new baseline. Meanwhile, inflation makes the same cart cost more even with the same habits. Over time, essentials rise, so your flexible money shrinks even when you try hard. Now add subscriptions and autopay, which remove decision points from your day. Autopay feels helpful, but it also hides how many tiny commitments you carry. Each one is small, but together they reduce your flexible money. And this is why it feels worse over time. Losing flexible money turns small surprises into emergencies. Without flexibility, every new cost forces you to borrow from something else. Sometimes you borrow from savings, and sometimes you borrow from sleep. Credit cards then become a bridge, not because you're reckless, but because timing fails. Interest isn't the first problem. The first problem is cash flow gaps. And late fees show up when you miss a due date by one day. Penalties hit hardest when you're already tight and a due date slips by one day. This is the hidden cost no one explains. Overdrafts, late fees, and rush charges stack when timing is tight. Then you try to fix it by cutting joy, which rarely lasts. Because a budget that feels like punishment breaks under real life. Emotions decide spending first, especially when you feel behind and powerless. Stress makes your brain crave certainty, comfort, and a quick win. That can look like shopping, snacks, upgrades, or even helping others too much. None of this means you're bad with money. It means you're human. Here's the part most people don't notice. The goal is shock absorption, not perfection, so you can keep going. A system starts with visibility, then timing, then general rules you can repeat. Now let's do a calm checklist that works in the real world. Step 1 is to map your paydays and your bill due dates on one simple calendar. Then move what you can, like billing dates, so big bills cluster after payday. Next, create 2 spending lanes, essentials first and everything else second. Then set a weekly grocery and fuel limit that fits your real routine. Also, audit subscriptions and autopays and cancel anything you forgot you had. Turn on balance alerts and due date reminders so timing stops sneaking up on you. After that, build a small buffer, even if it starts tiny and grows slowly. Keep that buffer in a separate account so it isn't mixed with daily spending. Then automate a small savings transfer right after payday before life grabs it. If you use credit cards, pay the statement balance when possible, not just the minimum. If that's hard, focus on stopping new balances first before attacking old ones. Then reduce friction. Choose one bank, one card, and fewer accounts to track. Also, plan one low-cost treat so the budget doesn't feel like a cage. If you're struggling right now, focus only on the calendar and the buffer this week. Once those 2 improve, everything else becomes easier and less stressful. When timing improves, the same income can feel calmer without any big lifestyle change. The principle is this: it's not just what you spend, it's when you spend it. This week, pick one bill date to move and cancel one subscription you don't use. Remember, this is education, not financial advice, and your situation is personal. Go gently, measure what changes, and adjust without shame. If you want more calm money explanations like this, follow or subscribe.